Hello everyone, from the 1st of April 2011. I know that some of you looking at this video now won't be in the 1st of April. No, this isn't a bad joke. Well, maybe I look a little bit different today. That's because I had the most fabulous facial at a place called Man Up this morning. I went for an hour. It was great. Just what I needed. It included a shoulder and a back massage. One of the things I thought I would do was look for some theme music for my updates. I thought if I'm going to load this onto YouTube, I'm going to potentially have some problems because of course I don't want to infringe any copyright. I thought. Ooh-ah! Yahoo! I thought. But I thought I'd share a little tune which may become a little bit of a theme tune for my updates. It's a Rolf Harris classic and it's called The Ladies of the Harem of the Court of King Caractacus. And if you haven't heard this before, you might find it a bit strange. In fact, I think some of you might have thought that a few of my video updates were a little bit strange, or even potentially questioned whether I'd had enough coffee, whether I've been taking my medication, or some things like that. Well, continuing in that same lunacy theme, for those of you who have been following the mooning or the good mooning theme of my videos, here it goes, The Court of King Caractacus by Rolf Harris, by me. Now the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus were just passing by all together. Now the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus was just passing by. Now the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus was just passing by. Now the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus was just passing by. Now the noses on the faces of the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus was just passing by. All together now the noses on the faces of the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus was just passing by. Of the court of King Caractacus was just passing by. Now the noses on the faces of the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus was just passing by. Now the boys who put the powder on the noses of the faces of the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus was just passing by. Now the boys who put the powder on the noses of the faces of the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus was just passing by. Now the boys who put the powder on the noses of the faces of the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus was just passing by. Now the boys who put the powder on the noses of the faces of the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus was just passing by. Now the fascinating witch who puts scintillating stitches in the breeches of the boys who put the powder on the noses of the faces of the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus was just passing by. All together now the fascinating witch who put the scintillating stitches in the breeches of the boys who put the powder on the noses of the faces of the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus was just passing by. Now the fascinating witch who put scintillating stitches in the breeches of the boys who put the powder on the noses of the faces of the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus was just passing by. Now fascinating witch put scintillating stitches in the breeches of the boys who put the powder on the noses of the faces of the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus was just passing by. If you want to take a picture of the fascinating witch put scintillating stitches in the breeches of the boys who put the powder on the noses of the faces of the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus, you're too late, because I've just passed by. There you go. There's a little bit of a mad song. So, couple of updates. It's been a few days since we had anything significant in terms of aftershocks here. There have been a few. We did get a rattle about 1 AM the other night, and Francesca, it was her second night back in her own bedroom, and we moved her bed back into our room.
As for the car, got the car back. It's so good to have my car back. Have gone and got 2 new tyres for the front, and on the day that I was going to, got another flat tyre, so that's 3 new tyres. And I've been taking Julie into work in the mornings. One of the main ways of getting into the city now has a main overbridge that's open, so it means that what had taken about 55 minutes or even 65 minutes to take Julie to work was now down to about 35. What else? I had great fun singing for Susan. Hi Susan, and a number of you who were interested in my birthday greeting as well. I was really thrilled also to see that Karen had taken some video of her son Colin watching a video of me. I'm tempted to take a video of me watching Colin watching a video of me singing and laughing, and he signed to me, and that was great. He signed a D to me. I was really thrilled, and there was almost a bit of a tear in my eye regarding that. At the end of this video, I'm going to post a few pictures. One of them was really a shocking picture that was taken from the Port Hills overlooking the city, which shows great columns of dust going up across the city in the CBD. I guess it's really captures the essence of what it was like on that day of the earthquake. Almost like explosions had gone off across the city. Some of you will have seen my picture of our toilet. Well, we have been warned that if you in the areas where there's been damage to the sewers, that often they do work or they look to clear any blockages that are in the sewers, and so we had a warning to put some heavy objects on our toilets so that if things were to flush through, you didn't really want poo all over your ceiling or running down your walls or running out even into your carpet or your floorboards, even though they may have been a little bit munted already by the earthquake. And so what happened for us is we had a concrete statue of St. Francis of Assisi which was outside and was damaged in the first earthquake, so just to keep him completely grounded, we've got the bottom half of him sitting on our toilet to stop any issues arising. A cousin of mine in Australia has suggested that perhaps I'd like to do some wildlife documentaries, and perhaps I can do some of those in the coming days, although some of you might think that this is a wildlife documentary all on its own, a little bit like Sir David Bellamy, who's down here underneath the bushes, or down here at the ground level, we see all sorts of new life that we mustn't have seen before. You know, some of you may not have seen him, but he's a big man with a big bushy beard. Which reminds me that when we went to the mall yesterday, one of the malls that is open in the city, we scored some wonderful books. One is of the journals of Leonardo da Vinci, another one, fabulous books about going through the rainforest, and an art book about some art projects. Those were just really great. And so calculating them all up, there was another one as well, I can't remember what that one is, about albatrosses. So calculating all that up, there's about $300 worth of books that we bought for $70. It was just great. Now anything else to update? I did have to make a little list here. Brochures, no, I can't work it out, but some people have suggested maybe I'll make an album. Some people have suggested maybe I do lots of singing videos to people. I'll work. Oh yeah, I'm working from home, dropping Julie to work in the morning, picking up Francesca from school in the afternoon, going into a place called a swamp, which is for some telecom and some GNI staff, so I go down and work there part of the day. Is there anything else? The album, Yahoos. Instruction videos on lunacy. Well, you're going to have to wait a little bit for that. I'm just about out of time because my time limit on YouTube is about 10 minutes, and I just realised the time has gone just so very quickly. So, taken up of course by the ladies of the harem of the court of King Caractacus. look out for some other silly songs that I might be able to share with you as well. In the meantime, yoo-hoo, ooh-ooh, wahoo, yeehaw, ha-you, la-poo, na-boo. Bye for now and God bless you all.